classic footy now on ITV4. It's Match Time Revisited.
More great drama? That's just the job. Trust a Trader, sponsoring ITV4 Daytime.
TrustATrader.com.
Hello again. 3 games from the First Division this afternoon, and with particular interest to those of you on Merseyside. Our main match, Liverpool against Southampton.
Dalglish, McDermott, Rush and Kennedy rather going for the same ball, but here's Souness, and another brilliant save.
Yes, and some spectacular long-range shooting in that match by Graham Souness. Also on the programme, Everton's visit to Arsenal, where manager Howard Kendall decided to occupy the substitutes bench, allowing Trevor Ross to play in midfield. And our third match this afternoon, Wolves against Stoke, the main highlights there.
Robillard was in fine form at West Bromwich Albion last Saturday, and this side shows just one change from that game. Ian Rush, who was rested after his exertions with Wales, comes back to the attack in place of David Johnson, who is today's substitute. A reshuffle following the UEFA Cup defeat by Sporting Lisbon has made Southampton more resilient defensively. In midfield, Steve Williams was pass fit just before the kick-off thanks to a pain-killing injection in a foot injury, while up front Kevin Keegan still retains a special place in the affection of Liverpool supporters after 6 memorable years at Anfield. Today Keegan returns as the leading scorer in the First Division. It's a blustery afternoon as Southampton kick off on a ground where they've never won in the First Division. They've not conceded a goal in any of their last 4 games. They really have tightened up their work at the back. Here's Phil Neal for Liverpool. Southampton today playing in a change strip of Oxford and Cambridge blue. Phil Thompson. Dalglish showing, watched by Waldron. Went out off Terry McDermott. Liverpool can point to a run of only 1 defeat in their last 17 matches in all competitions. The referee today is Mike Peck from Kendal in Cumbria. Goalkeeper Ivan Katalinic, the Yugoslav. Armstrong letting it bounce through for Moran. And a free kick given to Southampton. Played short for ball. This pass is anticipated by Ian Rush. Whelan springing through the middle. And Whelan's shot is just deflected by Katalinic. It was Ball who gave it away initially, and Rush's pass that put Whelan in the clear. Dalglish with the corner, aim for Lawrenson, who was covered by Malcolm Waldron. Foul on McShannon by Dalglish, jumping into Shannon's back. Ronnie Whelan getting an extended run in the side, with Sammy Lee hoping to start his comeback in the reserves next Saturday. Souness's header rebounds to him off ball. Prodded forward by Rush, and Whelan might make something of it. Shot under pressure from Holmes. And straight at Katalinic. Prodded forward here by Ian Rush. And Whelan nearly made something of it as Holmes came in. Keegan charging down Hansen's attempted pass. Neil. Played off by Rush. Here's Rush again. And that was so close. Rush has looked particularly threatening when he's cutting in from wider positions. Souness. Now McDermott. Neil, it's half in his mind to sling in the early cross. Comes in now from Thompson. Golak gives away a corner. Perhaps trying to be too clever. He's already produced one majestic piece of control inside his own goal area. And on this occasion, he now has to get back to guard the near post. Again, it's played short. Kennedy might come for Thompson, might come here for Neil. Blocked by Nicol. A fine ball from McDermott to Rush. Rush going on, beaten away by Katalinic. Still in play with Souness. Kennedy going in, and Katalinic equal to it again, but Kennedy was fouling. But the more difficult task for the goalkeeper came a couple of moments earlier when Ian Rush picked up a fine ball from Terry McDermott and really slammed in the shot. And in fact, it is the half-time whistle, so Liverpool manufactured their most dangerous moments through Ian Rush. Haven't quite got the scoring touch that's brought them 28 goals in their last 8 home games. And it's the first half, really, that's told us more about Southampton's new strength in defence. At half-time at Anfield, it's Liverpool 0, Southampton 0. Liverpool have won 10 of their 11 First Division games against Southampton at Anfield. The best Southampton managed was a draw here 2 seasons ago. But it's level at the moment, with Liverpool attacking the Kop end in the second half. Here's Moran. Neil there ahead of him. It's the first real burst from the back that we've seen from him. This is Souness. A fine shot, matched by the save. Liverpool were forward in numbers then, but Katalinic the hero for Southampton. Deep towards Ray Kennedy, and it came for Whelan. One remembers his volleying ability in the recent Merseyside derby against Everton, which led to a goal by Dalglish. We can now look at that save by Katalinic. As Souness really let fly towards the top corner, the goalkeeper somehow got up to get it over the top to safety. Shannon. Fell theatrically and gets the free kick. Nicol arriving late from the back for Southampton, and Chris Nicol making contact as it came to him via Keegan's efforts on the near post for Southampton. Nicol timed his approach cleverly. Was just too high. Now Souness. Kennedy. Here's Neil, and Southampton have left him this time. Now Rush. Past Armstrong. Kalinic. The handling wasn't secure. Keegan buys Southampton some time. Armstrong. But a run of real power by Ian Rush, setting up possibilities there for Liverpool. Kalinic dropped it at full stretch. Into the final half hour of the game. The result still very much in the balance. Souness. Kennedy is the target, and Dalglish with a shot. Kalinic keeping his side alive. From Dalglish on this occasion. Neil, it was an awkward jump. He was grateful to find Hansen there behind him. Kennedy's header forward, away from Nicol. Dalglish, McDermott. Rush and Kennedy rather going for the same ball, but here's Souness, and another brilliant save. And Souness can hardly believe it. Kalinic is turning on a really virtuoso display of goalkeeping. Dalglish waiting as Rush goes to the near post. Nicol beating Neil. It's Rush who had a swing at it. And Waldron, who gives his side some breathing space. The Liverpool substitute is David Johnson. Neil. The game being played exclusively in the Southampton half at the moment. Well, a bit of good fortune, but Dalglish is away. And Rush, can he make it count now? No! As Kalinic was totally committed then, Dalglish got away. Sensed the right moment for the little dink forward. Rush threaded it past the goalkeeper, but wide. And Liverpool exercised their option of bringing on David Johnson. And it's Terry McDermott, the top scorer, who comes off. Kennedy's header. Here's Johnson. First real intervention of the substitute gives Liverpool yet another free kick. And puts Southampton back under the collar again. Looking to work it to Lawrenson. And that's Rush, who couldn't keep it down. A rehearsed play that saw Mark Lawrenson planting the header back across the face of the goal. Two Southampton players going for the same ball, which allowed Rush the shot that he couldn't keep down. Southampton in no position really in the second half to waste their possession when they get it, as they did then, because it means that Liverpool can grind forward. And Kenny Dalglish, the feet high on Waldron. Frustration showing. Dalglish clearly will feel aggrieved that he's been on the receiving end in a number of incidents in this game. To protect himself, the book is produced. Kennedy. Everyone again back for Southampton. Neil. Whelan, what a good cross. And that was Johnson's header that was blocked. It might come here for Dalglish. He was anxious to swing it back into the middle quickly, and then he swung it behind. David Johnson arriving earlier at the far post for Liverpool, but he could get in a header, but it was blocked. Might be in trouble here. It looks as though a caution will spoil what so far has been a really faultless performance for time wasting. Here's Golak. Shannon wanted to let it run, turn and face the goal. Always more effective in situations where his back is to the target. Waldron. Southampton will be quite happy, I think, to see Nicky Holmes's long ball go out of play deep in Liverpool's half. Gives them a chance to mark up tight again, as Waldron does on Dalglish. Really has matured, Malcolm Waldron, after a season in America. Dalglish. Souness. It's going to be awkward for Kennedy, but he's got it back across the face of the goal for Dalglish. And Katalinic was aware that there was no threat then. Lawrenson. Keegan comes here for David Armstrong. And now ball. Ball again. Southampton continuing to look composed when they're in possession. Keegan, and Moran is allowed to go on and could finish it here, and does. Liverpool look to the linesman as Steve Moran celebrates a goal in the 88th minute. Keegan's flick, Moran had started his run and then kept his composure round Grobbelaar and into the empty net. Southampton supporters celebrate what could be an historic goal for them, 2 minutes away from giving them their first ever First Division win here at Anfield. But the protests went on long from Liverpool. Williams. Steve Moran's 10th goal of the season, and he can surely have never scored one as valuable. And Southampton can celebrate the win provided by Steve Moran's goal. Laurie McMenemy sends him back out on the field. Southampton's first division win at Liverpool. Moran's goal gave it to them, but really the foundation laid by inspired goalkeeping from Ivan Katalinic. Liverpool will continue to dispute the goal, but Alan Ball walks off yet again a winner at Anfield. A final score, Liverpool 0, Southampton 1.
Yes, another disappointing home performance by Liverpool, where for the second time this season they conceded the winning goal in the last 5 minutes, and that in itself is rather surprising. Well, at the time, Steve Moran's goal yesterday looked suspiciously offside. After the break, we'll be getting Kevin Keegan's verdict about that, and Dennis Law's got some observations as well. Join us again. Welcome back. Well, during the break, I'm sure you've been discussing whether Steve Moran's winning goal for Southampton at Liverpool yesterday was offside or not. Well, I asked Kevin Keegan what he thought. First of all, though, what was it like to be on the winning side at Anfield once again?
Well, mixed feelings, really, I suppose, if I'm truthful. I thought it would feel better to win here when you're playing against Liverpool, and it actually does. You know, I've just been sitting with the boss, Bob Paisley, and Ronnie Moran, Joe Fagan, the backroom staff, and... you know, I don't feel quite... I know these people that well. I don't feel as elated as I thought I would. But obviously very pleased for us. I thought we came here and played the only way you can get a result here. You know, if you come at them and you're too adventurous, they'll skin the hide off you. But I think it was a good professional performance today. I think we'll play better throughout the year and win by more. But not at places like this, you know, where everyone knows it's hard to come and get a result.
In true Liverpool traditions, you left it late too.
Well, if you're going to score against Liverpool, they say make it in the last minute, and then you don't quite give them a chance to come back at you, and I suppose that's true. We kept going away. I think the longer the game went on, especially with these 3 points now, you tend to find the longer... Once it goes past an hour, it comes on for 70 minutes, the home team tend to push forward a lot more than they used to do. I mean, we have to do this when we're at home, because the 3 points and the 1 point, it's a big difference. And Liverpool started to push forward that little bit more, and we started to get a few little gaps and cracks at the back where they weren't in the first half. And the longer it went on, the more I fancied us to maybe steal one. But
and when you did, Kevin, there was a suspicion of offside.
Yeah, I think you know, when Stevie knocked the ball, the biggest problem was Mick getting out the way. Really, it was straight at him, and he got out the way great. Now I knew where Stevie was, I knew where he'd run, you know, because we've played together quite a while now, and I knew if I knocked it into the space behind him, he'd be going. The only thing I didn't know, obviously, with my back, I didn't know where Phil Neal was. Obviously, he was doing what a good full-back should do. He's round on cover. And for a kid 19, 20, he finishes well. And once I'd seen him through, you know, I fancied him to score, or at least get a penalty. I think, you know, Groble did all that he could do. He spread himself, came out quick. And he's making an habit of scoring goals. And thank goodness today was no exception.
And those pictures suggesting that Phil Neal was putting Steve Moran in an onside position the moment the ball was played, and that's the important thing to consider. So, Kevin Keegan and his colleagues making it a frustrating afternoon for Liverpool. Dennis, what are your thoughts about that?
Well, although Liverpool haven't been quite at their best this season, defeat at Anfield is still unusual. So let's examine the reasons why. First of all, I really pity the Liverpool team having to play 21 league games this season on that pitch. It's in a dreadful state, and certainly can't help Liverpool's one-touch style, where instant control is so important. But it wasn't just the surface that beat Liverpool yesterday. Southampton succeeded by marking the key players out of the game, and nobody did that more effectively than David Armstrong, who was never far away from Terry McDermott. McDermott, of course, was eventually substituted. So a day when Liverpool had too many players out of touch, but there's no need for panic to set in at Anfield. Yesterday was only their second defeat in 18 games, and they were unlucky not to score. Nobody more so than Graham Souness.
This is Souness. A fine shot, matched by the save. Dalglish, McDermott, Rush and Kennedy rather going for the same ball, but here's Souness, and another brilliant save.
Mr. Dennis, Liverpool then really losing ground in the First Division. The top three all won yesterday. Manchester United still 2 points clear of Swansea, who beat Birmingham 1-0 last night. The England defender and Ipswich captain Mick Mills says he's annoyed at being put up for sale after 16 years at the club. A fee of £150,000 has been agreed with Sunderland, who are bottom of the First Division. Mills said today, "I've been told by the manager that there will be no room for me at Ipswich when there's a fully fit squad. I'm very annoyed about being shown the door and the fee involved. It seems I will be leaving the club. I've always said I'll not stay where I'm not wanted." Well, now the main highlights from another of yesterday's First Division games, the Midlands derby between Wolves and Stoke, for whom the former Notts County goalkeeper Eric McManus was making his debut. Stoke are in the stripes. The commentator is Hugh Johns of ATV.
That's a cutout job for Parkin. Simple. Brazier, now Berry. The advantage now lost, I think. Although Richards has sneaked in behind them. That's a penalty. Eric McManus. Eric McManus, the culprit. Well, you've got to feel sorry for the big lad. But it was a total mess in defence, and you could not argue about that. That is a surefire penalty. And there's some indecision as to who's going to take the penalty. My records show that they haven't had a successful penalty kick this season. Crowd are up in anger at the moment because it's Palmer lining himself up to take a penalty kick. Palmer. Oh, didn't that one go in? Oh, and didn't he enjoy it? Wallop. Like a rocket. Look at the power of that one. Straight down the middle. It's Johnson feeding Hampton. It's the top of Daniel's head. Here's Dodd. Stretched wide for Maguire. Now Ford. And Bracewell. Andy Gray turning it on well for Palmer. McManus back post is Perry. George Berry arriving on the far post. Palmer in for Brazier. Robbed, but it drops for Richards now. Spread wide for Gray. Bracewell. Here's Johnson. Now Hampton. Johnson. Bracewell knocks it down. It's Chapman. Ford. Oh! What a superb effort then from Steve Ford. And you've got to commiserate with this youngster. He had Bradshaw beaten a mile. That was done superbly. Bradshaw stopped, thought it was beating the post, and he'd actually hit the post. And a free kick to Stoke. Johnson. Oh, Chapman. And once again, Wolves were standing. Parkin diving in fast. Dodd then for Evans. It's Bracewell. Berry did well. Didn't get his clearance away that time, but he's still fighting for it. And losing. Brings down Maguire. They look for the free kick. No free kick given, nor has it been given. A little confusion there for a moment as Stoke played on. As referee Stevens dives in to have a word with George Berry. So, free kick for Stoke. And they sent everybody forward, crowding around Bradshaw's goalmouth. Gray gets it down, and Ford tries something. Gray kicks clear. And Richards comes away on a break for Wolves. Ford goes with him. Needs a ball off to Daniel, and he's onside. And O'Callaghan was there again. Well, O'Callaghan started the game a little flukily in defence for Stoke, but he has really settled to his job since then. But here's Richards and Matthews, a deflected goal. McMatthews makes it 2-0, and that wraps it up for Wolves. Look for the number 7. He strikes it there, and it looks as though it took a flick off Smith. But it doesn't matter. It's in the back of the net.
And 2-0 the final score. Well, now it's on to Highbury for Arsenal against Everton. And what a difference in form between the two sides. Everton with only 1 point from 4 league games, in contrast to Arsenal's run of 6 successive wins. The game was covered by London Weekend Television, the commentator Brian Moore.
So Everton get us going in an all dark strip of blue attacking the goal to our left. Arsenal in the white shorts. Everton going through a fairly bleak period at the moment, having won only one of their last 5. And there's Ricks in that attacking role straight away, but the ball pushed a little too firmly forward for Jim Arnold to come out and gather for Everton. Former Blackburn Rovers keeper. White and Bailey. White winning it. Nicholas winning it for Arsenal. But in the end, a free kick for Everton. Gary Stevens will take it. And Lyons have gone in. Oh, Lodge was there too. Didn't quite fall for him though. Lyons still in there, and now O'Keefe in a lot of space. This could be interesting indeed. O'Leary's header though. Jennings to the rescue. And what a good throw. The space here for Hollins with Ricks and Sunderland and Davis all up there wanting a bit of the action. Slanted there towards Graham Ricks and headed back by Stevens and causing his goalkeeper a little bit of a problem there for a moment. Hollins driving that cross in there towards Ricks. Stevens with the header and the catch by the keeper. Sanson with Arsenal's throw. Talbot. Devine. Sunderland. Interesting situation here. Oh! Off the crossbar. It looked impossible that he could get a shot in there because Walsh was right onto it. Well, what a turn and a shot that was by Alan Sunderland. Looked to be no danger at all for Everton, but there it is, bouncing off the crossbar. Sunderland's header. Now Hollins getting his crossing quickly, and a good header away by Lyons. Talbot was in behind him and it had to be guided away from the Everton goal, and Mike Lyons did that well. Good skipper, using his voice well, using his experience well, as he's had to do often in this first half to deny Arsenal a chance of creating an opening. Supported there by Walsh, who gets that one away. Arsenal's throw. Hollins with it. Sunderland. Play for Nicholas. Goal kick. Into stoppage time. There's not been a trainer on, and the referee decides that that's half-time. And the half-time score here at Highbury is Arsenal 0, Everton 0. So Arsenal get us away at the start of the second half, having brought on their substitutes, Brian McDermott, with John Hollins now playing at right back, and it looks as though it's John Devine who's gone off. Well, here's Nicholas. Lyons getting it away. Lodge. Not the happiest of hunting grounds this for Everton. They've won only one of their last 11 games here. Lost 2-1 last season. In fact, Arsenal completed the double over them by winning 2-1 at Goodison as well. Although Everton won in the cup. There's Brian McDermott, a striker who's on in place of John Devine. I suppose the reason might be they want to pep things up a little bit up front. And Hollins has performed so well as a right back for Arsenal, and it does give them a chance of taking him out of the midfield and bringing on another striker, Brian McDermott. Bailey. McMahon. O'Keefe. This might come for Stevens. And he's hit it well, and what a good save. Well, Pat Jennings wondered how that really hit him. I mean, Stevens caught it so well. It bounced invitingly for him, and Jennings was at his best. So Lodge carefully placing the ball for the corner. Biley in there. Lyons right in there. Could be the danger. Wanted that little back flick, but O'Leary denied him that. That was a fine save from this young man, the number 2, by Pat Jennings. Here's Sunderland setting things up for Arsenal now, taking on Stevens with Talbot outside him. Sunderland with the shot, wide, a goal kick. Nicholas. Back for O'Leary. Davis. Played for Ricks. Ah, good chance for Ricks. Talbot's gone right in the middle there. McDermott coming up fast. Well, the substitution has worked, and McDermott has scored a fine goal. Great run by Ricks, a marvellous cross, a beautifully guided header, and a perfect picture of it all. Arsenal 1, Everton 0. Brian McDermott with 10 minutes of the second half gone. Certainly from the very first whistle there'd be no lack of competitive bite about the game. But every game needs a goal just to lift it. And that's what we've now got. Sunderland. Ricks on that far side now. Well, another cross coming in. Talbot there, but this time Arnold just touching it away. Davis or Sanson. And an offside flag is up against, I imagine, Brian McDermott. Well, again, Graham Ricks having crossed to get the goal or set up the goal from one side of the field, comes down the right, but this time it was the fist of Jim Arnold that foiled Arsenal. And a bit of trouble there for Gary Stevens from Brian Talbot. White. Ross. Cut out by Chris White. O'Leary. Well, having conceded only 2 in their last 6, Arsenal are in a pretty mean mood defensively these days. It's going to be tough for Everton. Hollins with the throw. It's Piley. Running into a bit of trouble there. Beaten by Ricks, who's having quite a second half now. And a good floater in there towards Sunderland. Very active indeed. Oh! And again, Arsenal's so close to a second goal. And again, it was Ricks who set it up in the first place. Sunderland who carried it on. And it was Talbot who's made some marvellous runs from the midfield, who just failed to get it there. Being hustled again by Sunderland, and Sunderland getting the better of him there. Nobody from Arsenal could quite get into a scoring position. And Walsh and Ross between them were right in there. But it's a really sprightly start by Arsenal in this second half, with just over a quarter of an hour of it gone. Floated in by McDermott for Talbot. Almost a free header. You can be sure Howard Kendall's tossing around in his mind the idea of coming on as a substitute himself. Lodge. And that'll be Jennings. Hollins. A fell from Ricks for Sunderland. Onto the left foot. Trying a curler. Pushed over by Jim Arnold. Clever and skillful bit of play by Alan Sunderland. Felt there wasn't a lot, but he's looking up just for the moment. Curling a little chip there, which the keeper pushed over. Must have felt there wasn't much point in trying to blast one, but notice that Jim Arnold may have been a yard or so off his line. Here's the corner by Talbot. Sunderland again, who's been so active in this match. Talbot with a long cross. Hollins. And Hollins getting back again. The crowd will enjoy that, because Hollins was caught out just for a moment and came back and retrieved the ball. McDermott. Ricks. Onto the left foot. Half carried. Talbot will finish it off. Did it cross the line? No, there was a foul on the keeper, presumably. And Everton get a free kick. Well, let's look at this one from another angle as Ricks plays it in. The keeper half held it, couldn't stop it. Talbot came in. Oh, bodies falling everywhere. The ball may have crossed the line, but it was all academic in the end because the referee decided there was a foul on the keeper. McDermott off. That's a good cross. Again testing the keeper, and the keeper lost it. No foul there. But here's Sharp now for Everton. Now Bailey. Played again for Graham Sharp. Chris White getting in there. Sharp with a chance to equalise. Bailey with a chance to equalise. And Arsenal somehow keep them out, but at the expense of a corner. But again, a lesson there. When you're on top and you're only a goal up, suddenly it can all go wrong. And Arsenal were nearly pinned back to 1-1. Bailey's shot in the end going off an Arsenal player for the corner. Already taken. It's with Ross. Sunderland waited there and O'Keefe got it, and then Sunderland got the second time. It's important that Arsenal stay on side, and McDermott has done that, taking the ball from Paul Davis. And Everton get it away. They've got a lot of players back quickly, and McDermott might have got it in a little quicker to men who'd come forward into good, strong attacking positions for Arsenal. So good balance in the game now as Everton still go striving for a goal that will mean a point, which means they take the odd risk at the back, and Arsenal looking to capitalise on that. Ricks with a throw for them. Except it's now going to be Nicholas, presumably, because I might want to... Oh, wrong again. I thought he might want to throw a long one in. But Ricks, they were looking for his crossing ability, and nothing came of that except a corner. So Ricks with a chance to loft it in. Well, Stevens stooped to get that one away. Hollins, Davis, Ricks, Davis. Long-range shot, no problems for Everton. Goal kick. with a goal by Brian McDermott 10 minutes into the second half, fashioned superbly with that cross by Graham Ricks. But let's not forget that it was a marvellous save by Pat Jennings early in the second half that kept Arsenal on an even keel when Everton came for them at the start of this period. So 7 successive wins then for Arsenal, and a final score here at Highbury. It's Arsenal 1, Everton 0.
And another defeat puts Everton only 4 points away from the bottom 3, on the same number of points as Coventry and the reigning league champions Aston Villa. Well, finally, spare a thought for Liverpool between now and Tuesday. Having failed to beat Ivan Katalinic yesterday, they've now got to figure out a way of getting past Pat Jennings. Good afternoon.
This is Souness. A fine shot, matched by the save. Dalglish, McDermott, Rush and Kennedy rather going for the same ball, but here's Souness, and another brilliant save.
This might come for Stevens. And he's hit it well, and what a good save.